Good afternoon.
How are you doing?
How are you?
Well, yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. I know you're very busy, so I just want to ask you a few questions.
No problem.
Can I ask you?
Yeah, please.
All right. So, what is it that you do here?
My main job is to be a pilot.
You're a pilot.
So that's what I do. I fly helicopters.
Okay.
That's why I'm employed. There's always something else in the go, minor things, but yes, I'm a helicopter pilot.
So, why did you choose to be a pilot?
Ever since I was, I don't know how big, as a small guy, I wanted to fly. I wanted to fly like a bird.
That's nice.
And conservation was also, many of my family members were involved in conservation, so it was a passion of mine, conservation was. But then the military and aviation and airplanes became one of my hobbies. As a kid, I used to build models of helicopters and airplanes. And yeah, so I actually went to university to study conservation. But prior to going to university, I'd been to the army. And so I got an idea of both worlds. And when I finished university, instead of continuing on to get honours or masters or something, I decided to apply to the Air Force. And I got into the Air Force, and the rest is.
So, after university, you graduated, you got your degree, and then you became a pilot.
I completed my degree, and then if the Air Force hadn't taken me, I would have carried on with my degree. I would have got honours and probably only masters. But because the Air Force, I got through the initial selection, then I decided to take a chance with them.
So, if you didn't become a pilot, you just wanted to continue get your honors, masters, and then doctorate, all those things.
Definitely I wouldn't have gone as far as that. But I wanted to get into the field, out and about. So yeah, I probably would have pursued a career in conservation.
So if one wants to be a pilot, they must go to university, and what is it that they need to study in university?
No, one doesn't necessarily have to go to university.
Okay.
But having a degree is never
a bad thing.
Never a bad thing.
It's
always really useful. Yeah. So, but you can. What is important is maths. Obviously, science helps. Maths and science and English.
Maths, science, and English in high school.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm lazy. I'm an English person, so I'm lazy because. But English is the language.
Yeah, it's very important.
So yeah.
All right. So, how long have you been flying? How long have you been in this industry?
I'm giving away my age. I've been flying since I joined the Air Force in 1998. We started flying in 1999, and I started flying helicopters in 2000.
2000.
Yeah.
That's very cool. So, what advice can you give to the person or people watching this video?
Don't do it if you're not interested.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not one of those jobs that you will be successful at or good at if you kind of just.
If you don't love it.
Yeah. If it's not a passion, don't do it. And that's what I'd advise. If it is a passion, and if it is something that you going to be dedicated to, then go for it. But you're going to have to put in the hard work. Actually, when I applied to the Air Force, so I finished school, I went to university, and then it was while I was at university, I went to the army and then I went to university. It was while I was at university, I thought, no, I'm going to apply to the Air Force. So, but the Air Force entry requirements, was that you had to have, at that stage, it was a D in higher grade maths. I think higher grade and standard grade, those things have changed. But basically, 4 years after I left school, I had to go back to school.
To university?
No, I was in university and I had to go back to school to rewrite my matric maths papers. So that was self-study because I didn't have the required mark. I had a high grade E and I needed a high grade B, so I went back. So my advice, you asked my advice to people, put in the hard work first. One never knows exactly where life's going to take you, but put in the hard work because it's worth it. It's easy than having to go back and going back to school. And yeah, it is an expensive field. It's a super expensive field. I probably wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the Air Force. So there are options. The Air Force is one option, but then also the military life is not for everybody. So before you just think,
you need
I
to
want
be
to be
strong.
and before I want to fly, I'm going to go to the Air Force. Don't just do that because the military is a
pleasure here today.
Well, thanks for your time. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much.
No worries, Dylan. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shake your hand.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.